Hello and welcome. This is Freewill Tarot. This reading is going to be for the sign of Libra. Hello, Libra, and thank you for joining me. You have 3 messages here from Spirit. I'm going to read them to you. Okay, the first one you have is compassion. Okay, so you said, let's see here, it says, your heart expands when you offer kindness. True power lies in understanding and having empathy. Show up unconditional love today. Offer support or a kind word without an expectation. Okay. You also have be authentic. Okay. Living your truth strengthens your energy. Authenticity. I can never say that word. Okay. I'm going to say being authentic attracts what aligns with you. Express yourself fully and without fear. Let go of people-pleasing tendencies, Libra. So people don't like you, or you know, don't worry about it. Don't try to be overly nice to them. Don't try to, you know, get them to like you. Just move on. You love yourself, like yourself. If that's for some of you, right? Not all of you, but some of you. And you also have illumination. It says truth and clarity are being revealed. You are seeing things as they truly are. Okay? Seek deeper understanding, journal, meditate, and ask for signs to guide your path. Okay? I really feel like a lot of you are going through a different direction. Right? You're getting ready to go in a different direction. And I feel like a lot of you ain't too happy about it. Okay? Not all of you, but some of you know, because I got the sorrow card here. And that's the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups talks about loss, grief, deep sadness, but yet all is not lost. So you could be experiencing this, but Spirit is reminding you all things are not lost, right? And there's a judgment call here. So it says judgment. It's time to take responsibility for past actions. So whatever choices or decisions that are made, remember one thing. We are always the common denominator in our life, okay? We're not helpless in our own life. We make our own choices and free will choices. You know, we can choose to get up and go to work, or not choose to go up and go to work. We can choose to stay in a relationship, or we could choose to leave a relationship. We have free will, okay? So it says judgment. It's time to take responsibility for past actions and recognize how they're shaped our present moment, okay? So that's the message, again, from Spirit. Not my message. It's from Spirit. So, you know. Spirit is calling on you. You got this twice in this reading. So I feel like a lot of you are trying to overcome something right now, because you got the Strength card here twice in this reading, right? And what that tells me is a lot of you are trying to overcome something at this time. It's something that you're dealing with that, you know, that could be kind of tough for you right now. Or a lot of you, I feel like a lot of you, you know, some of you Libras that I know, you don't like change, okay? And you will stay in a situation because it's comfortable for you, even though you know it doesn't fulfill you. It's not really making you happy. It's not really giving you, it's like it's time to go and you need to expand and you need to go in a different direction. But you will stay in that situation because I guess the routine of it, or you know it, or you're just comfortable in it. But every indication around you is telling you it's probably time for you to let that go. Because you have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is someone that stays in a situation because they feel comfortable in it. They're afraid to let it go. They're afraid to give up something because they're afraid they might lose something. But it's the 4. You should be trying to reach for 10, not 4. It's like, well, I'm good with the 4. You know, but why would you be good with the 4? Life is about expanding and to see what all you can get in life. When you limit yourself like that, that's out of fear. Okay? That's not out of strength. That's comfortability and fear. Okay? And some of you don't want to move out of your comfort zone, but Spirit is calling on you to have strength. So sometimes when things start falling apart or being stripped away or taken away from us, it's not trying to hurt you. It's trying to move you. And it's taking those things that you've held on so tight that you are afraid to let go of in order to move you, you know, because sometimes we won't take the liberty and move ourselves, even though we have outgrown a certain situation, even though we've learned the lessons that we need to learn. We have grown, but we stop ourselves from elevating. We stop ourselves from growing. So sometimes spirit steps in, or the universe steps in and strips us of things. It could be a job, it could be relationships, it could be a home, it could be anything. But it's time to elevate. It's time to grow, okay? Not stay still, not stay stuck. All right? And I said it because you have the Tower card. Yeah, the Tower card crowning your reading with the Ten of Swords. So something has came to a complete end or a shock to you out of nowhere. Okay, and that was probably the universe stepping in. Why? Because you have the fool here. That's taking a leap of faith in a whole new direction. So if some of you have faced maybe an ending to something, a job, a relationship, a home, anything, you know, something that just came in out of a shock. Because some of you could even be a physical loss, like you've lost someone. And if so, you have my deepest, you know, condolences. I'm very sorry for some of you who experienced that. I'm not getting a whole lot of it, but, you know, it's possible. It's here, you know, with the Five of Cards, is grief, loss, and sorrow, but that could be in anything. But it's the reason that happens sometimes, and I feel like a lot of you are worried and you've been thinking over and over again. Some of you are not getting adequate sleep. Some of you have been thinking about something repeatedly and thinking about the worst case scenario of a situation, because it is forcing you to move out of your comfort zone. But you will continue to keep putting yourself in probably the worst situation sometimes, Libra. Even though it ain't in your comfort zone, just because you're trying to stay somewhere that you have outgrown, okay? Spirit's calling you to walk away from overthinking things, or walking away from old emotional baggage, things that you've already learned, and move forward. And the moon is the unknown, right? You might be going into the unknown. You might not know what's going to happen, but you know what all this is, and it didn't fulfill you. Okay, it's the reason that you're needing to move in a different direction. It's the reason that you're walking into the unknown here, Libra, or whoever this is for. Spirit in the universe, God, is trying to illuminate your path into a brand new direction. This is illumination on this unknown path, taking a leap of faith in a whole new direction. And you might not be clear, you might not know what's going to happen, but they are illuminating this path here, okay? And it's going to bring you, some of you might have to move, relocate, travel. But whatever, when it does happen, it's going to bring in stability here, because you have the King of Pentacles here, okay, Libra? But a lot of you are not trying to do it, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. You have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is overthinking and thinking the worst outcome possible, telling yourself all this bad stuff, telling you maybe you're by yourself, nobody cares about you, telling yourself that, you know, you're going to have to do all this. You're just thinking over and over and over the worst outcome. And it's causing you not to move forward here with the Hangman, okay? You're more in your head than you are in your physical life. You're more thinking of, some of you are thinking how you can stay in a situation. Some of you are overthinking how horrible the situation is and how it's going to get worse, instead of thinking in the present moment and to move forward and how now to go in a different direction. This is over, so let me go in a different direction. And it's going to be blessings there, okay, once you decide to do that. Some of you have the Three of Swords with the Strength card. So some of you are dealing either with a broken heart, maybe, you know, heartbroken by a relationship, marriage, commitment, or some kind of loss where you've lost someone. You know, some of you could be dealing with just some kind of heartbreak here. And Spirit is really telling you to have strength. They see your pain and they know that you're going through this, but they are working with you and behind the scenes to move you in a better direction here, okay? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. For some of you, it could be in love. I'm not getting a whole lot of that, but when it comes to love, some of you could be receiving a new offer when it comes to love. But I feel like You know, Spirit is just trying to help ground you in your emotions and to help steer, you know, offer you these new opportunities and these new directions into the unknown. And a lot of you are kind of, you're going to go. You do have the overall energy as a Six of Swords. So let me put it this way. Whoever this Libra is for. When you stop resisting or stop fighting or trying to show up in the world and please people and do stuff you really don't want to do just so you can say you did it, whatever accolade you're trying to get from it, whatever you want people to say you're a good person, whatever it is you're trying to get, whatever it is that you hold it on to, or whatever you're resisting to let go of, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a job, whether it is a habit or a situation, whatever it is, Spirit is trying to heal you, and they're trying to move you in a different direction so they can bless you and put you in a different direction where you are stable here, right? So I'm going to read this to you, and then I only got 10 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, it says perspective. Your reality is shaped by how you see the world. Now, if you see the world as bad people and bad things happen and everything is horrible and people are horrible, then that's the way it's going to be. Okay? Perspective. Your reality is shaped by how you see the world. A shift in your perspective creates new possibilities. If you see your situation as horrible, if you see it as everything's always horrible and everything's always out to get you and nothing ever works out for you, but if you shift your perspective and say, well, you know what, this is over, this is done, or I'm not going to continue to keep doing this, it's taking too much out of me to stay here, it's taking too much out of me to make this continue to work. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know how this is going to unfold, but I'm seeing every sign telling me it's time for me to go in a different direction here, okay? You need to switch your perception of how you're seeing a situation, right? Sometimes things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. And when they're bad, it's because the universe has no choice, but God has no choice but come shake you and strip you of that. You know, it's just like when you take a pacifier out of a baby's mouth because you're tired of, they're getting too old to keep sucking a pacifier, and then you come and take it. Well, the kid think you're being mean, but you're not being mean. You just know it's time for them to elevate. You know it's time for them to grow. You know it's time for them to move on to something else. They don't need to keep doing that, right? Same thing. Reframe challenges as opportunities, Libra. Train your mind to find expansion in every situation. Yes, this might end it, but what you are a creative, talented, amazing being, Libra. You really, really are. Y'all are so creative. Y'all love beauty. You love fashion. Y'all have an eye for beauty. Y'all can do so many things. You care about justice and fairness and balance here. You care about other people. You're givers. You try to take care of people you care about. Listen. Put that back on yourself and quit staying comfortable and quit staying small and put that back in you, okay? Because when you expand you can expand other people around you. If you limit yourself and you stay in a certain situation where you get comfortable, you don't get to expand yourself. And that means you don't get to expand other people around you. Let go of things that no longer serve you. Let go of trying to please people. I don't care if it's family and friends. I don't care, okay? It's time for you to elevate, grow, and do not fear change, okay? That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.